Welcome to the Member Services website, requesting a round-trip training video. By the end of this video, you'll be able to request a round-trip ride. Let's get started. First, I'll need to log in to the Member Services website. It is also called the MSW. I'll click New Reservation to start the ride request process. I'll choose the correct member by clicking on the circle to the left of their name. I am scheduling a ride for my friend, Dave. I'll pick David. Then, I'll click Next. I'm going to be requesting a round-trip ride for Dave. He needs to go to the dentist to get his tooth removed. He also needs to go back home. I'll need to choose the date of Dave's dentist appointment. I'll click on the calendar icon to start. I'm unable to pick a date close to today's date. I can only pick dates within the advanced notice window of Dave's plan. I can pick a date 3 days away if Dave's plan requires 3 days of notice. The first available date should be gray. I'll have to call the MSW contact center if I need a sooner ride. Now, I'll need to select the ride type. I'll do a round trip because Dave needs to be picked up at home and go to the dentist. He'll also need to be picked up at the dentist after the appointment, then return home. I'll click Next to confirm I'm scheduling a round trip. I'll enter the trip information. First, I'll add the ride notification phone number. This will be Dave's phone number. Then, I'll choose his appointment type, dental, from the list. I'll add the reason for his dentist appointment. I'll type tooth removal. I can leave the next field blank. It's optional because it doesn't have a red star. Then, I'll write if he needs anything special for the trip. I can add things like mobility aids or service animals. Adding other needs can help MSW's transportation providers prepare for the trip before they arrive. I can also add a preferred transportation provider if Dave has a provider he likes. MSW's team will try to assign them to this ride if they're available. Then, I'll click Next. Dave doesn't know anyone who can drive, and he doesn't own a car. I'll keep the bubble as No. Dave uses a wheelchair, so I'll choose that. I'll also need to choose whether Dave can transfer from the wheelchair. This question helps MSW send the correct vehicle for Dave. I'll also need to answer whether anyone is joining Dave on his trip. I'll answer that he has a personal care attendant. Dave can sign the driver's log, so I'll keep this as yes. I'll click Next to move on. Then, I'll need to enter Dave's pickup location. If I've used the MSW before, his address might pop up under recent locations. If not, I can search for it. I'll see the results once I click on the magnifying glass. I can find the correct address and click on it. Then, I can re-enter Dave's phone number. It needs to be accurate so the driver can reach Dave. Next, I'll enter any instructions that can help the driver. This can include gate codes, driving directions, or building locations. This is an optional field. I'll also need to confirm the pickup date. If Dave knows when he'll be ready, I'll add a specific pickup time. I'll select the hour, minute, and time period. MSW will do their best to honor the requested time if I enter one. If Dave doesn't know when he'll be ready, I'll make sure that box is checked in blue. MSW will set a pickup time for Dave when they approve his ride if the box is left checked in blue. Once everything is entered, I'll click Next. Now, I'll enter the drop-off information. I can select a recent location from the list if one appears. Or I can type the clinic name or address. Then, I'll click on the magnifying glass to search Google Maps. I'll pick the correct location by clicking on it. Then, I'll input the appointment time. I'll use the drop-downs to select the hour, minute, and time period. I'll also add the drop-off location's phone number so the driver can reach the clinic. I can add specific instructions to help the driver if the facility is hard to find. This field is not required. The next field is also optional. I could add Dave's dentist's name in case MSW needs to speak with them. I'll see a message that I indicated this request was a round trip when starting the process. I'll be prompted to add a return trip. Remember, Dave needs a ride back from his appointment. I'll click Add Return Trip so Dave can get back home. If I know Dave's appointment end time, I can click Edit. I'll need to reconfirm Dave's dental appointment location by searching for it and choosing it from the list. Then, I'll scroll down. I can enter the time Dave will be picked up from the dentist. I could leave this blank if I don't know when Dave needs to be picked up. ModivCare won't schedule a pickup if the blue box is checked. Dave would need to call Ride Assist line. The Ride Assist phone number is shown on the back of Dave's insurance card. Once ModivCare gets Dave's call, they'll send a driver within an hour. I'll add a time since Dave does know how long his visit will take. ModivCare will schedule a return trip. I'll click Next to move on. Since I've added all of Dave's ride information, I can finish the process. I'll click Review Request. I'll preview the summary to confirm everything is accurate. After scrolling down, I'll click Confirm. I'll see a message that my ride request was successfully created. I can now view it from the Your Rides tab. Now I know how to request a round trip using the MSW.